Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. This morning I am going to be working a little bit more on the Halloween stuff for the kids. Everybody's sleeping still. They may wake up during this video, but as of right now, I need to get moving so I can get it off my desk and onto the next unfinished project on my desk. Anyhow, I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for joining me and crafting along, hanging out, chatting, liking, all the things, subscribing. I know that's climbing and I'm so excited. It's so fun to see that number jump up and also to see and read all the comments on there, meeting new people. It is great fun. Thank you, my friends, for all of that. I also wanted to, what am I doing here? Show you. I was just been playing around a little bit. So right now, what is today? I don't know when you're going to see the video, but I'm getting mixed up on my days. I will tell you what today is. Today is Monday. It is Monday, and it is August. Those are the two things that I know right now. Look at my calendar. It's Monday the 4th. Okay. Yes. So, we have switched kids again. And right now, so Abel and Ezra had went home early, grandkids. I'll give you the update on that. Abel and Ezra went home early. I'm going to take these, I bought these from Susan. I totally love it, and I'm going to use these. I got all the black and white ones, or 10 pack, is it 10 pack? 5 packs, 6 packs. I needed to have enough to do the kids thing, so I wanted just black and white, and then I can put these on here. So I got those ones. So I'm going to cut these out of their packs because I can't open them. My fingers don't work. Anyhow, so Abel and Ezra went home. They actually only stayed a couple of days. They were really homesick. They had already been here once, went home, were home for a day, went to their other grandmother's house, came home, was home for just a very short while, and then came back again. And they were just like, we miss our home. We miss our mom and our dad and our routine and all the things. And so they ended up going home early. Well, Laker, who's 16, had come with them. He ended up coming. He just went home. We did the round trip. Halfway point, so a 2.5 hour one way, so 5 hour round trip to meet my oldest son and his wife, Kristen and Mandy, to return Laker, and then they stopped by my daughter's house, Kristen's sister, and picked up Ella, who wanted to come back. She's had her suitcase packed, I think, for quite a few days. So I can't use that one. We just need black and white. I can save those other ones for something else. Anyways, so I have Ella, and she is 11. She's back. But also, my niece, Sandra, she's 18. She just graduated, and her friend, Emily, 17, are here for their week adventure, making memories, going to, they have all kinds of plans. They've been doing all kinds of fun stuff. So everybody's, just having fun and hanging out and tired. Oh, snowflakes. Okay, I'll be mindful. I might be able to alter that, but I want to use these on the Halloween things, and I don't think that's going to work for what I have planned for the gold on this one. But I do love good black, so I'm going to put those aside there, and I'll put snowflake over here. I may need to get a hold of Susan and buy some more. I don't know. Look at these. Aren't they so cool? It's so nice just to have them in my stash and ready. Okay, snowflake over there. It's a good variety. I love all the scrapbooking paper that she used. And another thing I really love is that they're already folded in half. How nice is that? Okay, so I'm just gonna separate them out right now. I want to ink them up so they're not so pristine looking. So they need to look. That one, I mean, I can still use it even though it's solid black. I'm gonna set that to the side for just a minute. It's shiny. I don't think that's gonna work, so I'll take that one out of there. That's a silver. It won't work for this. It will work for other things, just not this, I don't think. I'm also going to be using my Distress spritzes that were gifted to me from Denise. Thank you so much, Denise. Hello. Well, hello, Susan. Hello, Denise. Hello, everybody. I always think of Target when I see that. Isn't that funny? Sometimes there's a certain design I just love, and then something else comes up and takes it away. All right. Go there, and then that one, and then this one right here. That will work, I think. And these are all matte. The reason why I'm pulling the other ones is because that gold is shiny, so I don't think it's going to pick up the spritzes. I tried it on something else, so I don't know for sure, but I'll find out. But I think there's plenty in here, too. There we go. So I just need, I think, 50-something. However, I do have some well tails. I can always make something else work. I don't know. I think that might pick up, and then these ones I'm going to try and alter. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me try the silver one. Let's just try it really quick and see, because then I'm only down 3 for this project, which leaves me plenty to use and have accidents with if it doesn't work out. Okay, so now that I have those separated, let me give you an idea of what I'm doing, or what my plan is. So I was taking the envelopes. I wanted to kind of do, I want to do something to them. I sprayed the wrong side. I was thinking about putting these inside. I decided against that. I don't want to put the card that I'm making inside the envelope. I'm going to put the candy in there. So knowing that, I'm going to stitch like a frame around it, kind of. I'm just deciding whether I want to stitch it with this on there. Hear me out. Because you're going to be like, you're going to stitch it shut, right? I won't, because I would, if I did that, I would have to open up, I would open up the pack, this thing. Yeah, okay. Scratch that idea. I'm talking it out with you. My friends, I don't do pre-things. I mean, this was like I was messing around. I wasn't doing it for a video. I was just messing around. I was like, okay, I think I like it. I'm going to talk it out with you. So, let's see. I would like the stitch look, so I can do a couple of things. I can stitch around this envelope before I put that on there. But then I'm not that great of a, I'm getting better, but I'm not that great of a stitcher, and I might lose what I'm trying to do. I could just stitch just around this and this and this and all the way around this way, and then that way I can keep the pocket open, and I wouldn't have a stitch right there. Unless I cut that down. Okay. Just trying to think it through. If I came out this way, I don't need a giant pocket for candy, because I'm going to put like, whatever I put in there is just going to be like a little pack. I do know when I stitch things down though, I've done this so many times, where I mean my pocket ends up being so tight that I can't get stuff in there. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll stitch on this and then put it down so it looks like it's stitched. Okay. I think I'll do that. Then I have the dolls. So I used stickles. I was working at the same time. I was having a fun Zoom call with Khadijah and Joanne, and but like every minute, every second of every day at this time for this summer has had to count. Like I have not been able to, when I take little breaks, I get so far backed up. I just am running out of time. Anyhow, I was doing this while we were chatting, and I needed to start doing it because I was thinking about it and I needed to pay attention to the conversation. So I had to keep doing this. Anyhow, I put my stickles on here, which, by the way, my friends, is a norm for me to do that kind of stuff. So I put this on here, but then it was like coming off the page. Like I felt like it was, as it was drying, it was too easy to come off. So then I took Mod Podge and I just used the mat, and I just sealed them. So now I have my giant stack. There's more over there. My giant stack, and they're all curly. But I like them because now that glitter is staying on there, so it just gives it that little bit of shimmer. And I also decided, let me grab this one over here. I also decided I was going to make a pocket, and I was going to take this and create something that it came out like a bookmark, but I feel like this whole piece right here can actually be the bookmark. That'll save on some time. And instead of making this a pocket, I'm going to make it like a label, because I think it still looks really cute. And I'm going to do a label, and I'm going to keep the ghost. I'm going to have my little ghost hanging out on the side. I'll do some layering. And then this is where I will stamp out whoever's name it is, or that's my plan, is to stamp it out. I would like to stamp and emboss it, and we'll see how far I get. I have like 55 names I have to do, so, and I have to do the letters individually. As I'm talking about this, I'm like, I don't know, that's like a lot of work, but we'll see. I'll stamp it out at the very least, their name, and then that would go on there. And I was thinking about just layering it like this and like this. I still need to get something on the back of this to make it a little bit more sturdy. So I think I'm going to back it, because for me and you, I suspect that we would like, if you're like grungy, you're like, this is kind of cool and I can just go with that, but it's too thin. So I will back it with some scrapbook paper, and I have different things to choose from. I have that whole big paper lot that I got. And So that's where I'm at. I'm not going to show you all the paper because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I would love to hear what you think about that. I think that's going to help and it's going to save time. Also, if I just sew this, then it can come off their envelope. Part of me though was like, I wanted the envelope to be part, that would, if that was the backing, then that would be give me the stability I need. But it's really big. It's not like a bookmark anymore, is it? And I would lose all that. So if I did this technique on this side, like this, I would have that. But now, what about these? See, these were going to be used as a way to pull that out of the pocket. Maybe I'm not going to use these. Maybe I'm just going to put these in my stash. Let's do a few and see what we're going to do. Let's just do that. I got to get to work. I'm just like talking. I should have done all this part before I put the camera on. I'm going to move those out of my way for just a minute. And then I'm just going to take this and set her aside. Whoops, up here. Really quick though, before we do this, I want to spritz a few of these and see how they can grunge up some. I've got a couple of patterns, a black and white one. Let's put a silver one in there. And let's do one of these snowflakes to see if I can make it, you know, more grungy and not Christmassy or wintry. When I was done with the dolls, I had so much Mod Podge. I was like, well, I had some that I had a bunch of extras, so I took them and I put them on. This is a copy die file folder, and I like that. And then I just used my pinking shears because that was what I had handy, and I cut around it, so it's got this like little sharp tooth. I don't know. I'm in Halloween mode, so I like that. That's cute. I mean, something can be added to that. That's a cute little journal card, I think. This one, I just put it on the, oh, I guess it will work on shiny. I put this one on the book page from that book that I got from Maddie, that solar system book, or I think that's what it was, something like that. And then I took some of the glow-in-the-dark paste, the grit paste that I bought to use on these, and I just grabbed a stencil really quick, and it worked, and it stayed on there. And then I just spritzed this morning, because I was like, oh, will it still show up on the, will it stay on the Mod Podged area? And it does once it dries. So I do like that. It gives me, I think I'm going to like that. Okay, perfect. And then this one right here, this is what I did. I just glued it on the page and then I tore it around the frame. I haven't done that one yet. That's what this one was. I just used my ruler and tore it around. This one I love. This, check that out. It's getting kind of stiff right there, but it's also soft, and it's only stiff because of the Mod Podge. I like both, but I thought this would be cute if I stitched around it and did, this would be a cute little journal topper for a Halloween journal maybe, or something spooky, or I could just leave it because that's really cool. This is the baby wipe I was using to clean up my mess, and so I Mod Podged it onto the baby wipe for the texture, and then that's why it's stiff right here. Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, so just wanted to share that little thing with you. All right, let's get to spritzing on these and see what happens. So I have walnut stain, I have spice marmalade, and pill pink. So just giving them a little mix up here. I already mixed them, so just want to give them another shake because it's the what is it? It's got like that metallic-y stuff in there, right? It may irritate the eyes. Okay, so don't spray it in my eyes. That's 101, or things to think about. And then I'm just going to use this and get that a little spray. One of the things I like about something like this is I can do multiple things at one time. And these are matte, so these don't have a finish on them, so I'm going to try something else too. Those snowflakes have to be hidden because I can't use them. I'm not going to use them. And that silvery one, I think that's going to work too. Ooh. We'll see. See, this is what it looked like when I did on the Mod Podge. It just looks so wet. I was like, oh no, it's not going to dry, but it did dry. So these just need to dry. I can try a little bit of... Does the water work with the spritzes to change the look? I'm asking, however, I can't, we're not live, so I can't really, I don't have an answer coming to me, so I'm going to try it and see. that way. If you know already, you can put that in the comments. And if you don't know already, you'll find out along with me, I suppose. Let's do a little bit of that. Wonder. I think I'm going to try some of this fossilized amber also in here. What other color do I have? This is weathered wood. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. It looks like, you know, through this is, I'm going to talk about the ATC exchange really quick. It looks like, since we started, the first year we did it was 2024. This is the second year we're doing it. It's fun. I like it. It seems to be a pretty big hit, I think. I don't advertise highly with it. It's just pretty much just on the channel. Whoever catches the videos, whoever really likes it, wants to participate. And then we've had people that started off with it, and then they've kind of, you know, different things in their lives or whatever, and they're not doing it. Other people have joined in. But I think we still stay pretty average between 12 to 15 participants, which is nice. I mean, if we had more, I would just figure out how to make it work on my desk. You know I can fit on camera a certain amount. And that has to do largely, I think, on the size that we're doing, because we're not doing the average size. Ours are smaller. And, come on. But I feel like if it went further, then I would just do a section at a time and then move those over. But I'm also thinking at the end, who would be interested in seeing, you know, like when I'm putting your thing together, your ATC that you are, that your partner that you've exchanged with. I did that one video. I did a couple videos where, I think at least one, where I did a package your stuff with me. And I thought that might be kind of fun. Oh, okay, I think I'm liking getting that on there. Oh, that really hides that. If it doesn't hide the snowflakes enough, at least the gold will help it to do more for what I want. I think that makes sense. Anyhow, so I could do that, and then even if it was off camera, if we had extras, then I would just be able to show the next video, like packaging it up so you knew who your partner was. I don't know. That's extra work. Who knows what I can handle? I don't know. I just keep adding. I don't know. It'll either work or it won't, but I won't know until I know. And plus, this is summertime. Like, summertime's just been really busy. Oh, I took all of it off. I shouldn't have done that. Let's put some, what is this one? Walnut stain. Let's get that on there. Grunge them up. All right. My paper is very, very wet. I don't even know if I'm going to be using these now because I have no idea what I'm doing. I changed course. Okay, so the other thing is on this envelope, if I put them on this way, and I want that to show, then this is the side that I actually need to color. What to do. Now I'm going back and forth, and I'm wondering, again, I want this all to be together. I thought about taking that label off, putting it on the envelope, but, you know, they're little kids, so this is probably going to end up being tossed if this is not attached to it. This is the piece. This is the golden piece right here. This is the treasure. So if that's the treasure, this needs to be backed. And if this is the envelope, it's going to be tossed. How much of my supplies do I want to put on this? That's the question. And if this is going to be tossed, if this is going to be by itself and possibly tossed, I don't mind stitching around it just to make it stand out more. Maybe they would keep it. I don't know. And then I could put something on the outside. Oops, that's extra work. Extra work. I don't know. We'll see. But I do like these envelopes, and that's what I bought them for, is to do this project. So let's do this really quick. We'll move these out of the way. I'll let them dry. While I'll just let my fingers get inky. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. So sorry. Summer's good. Summer's really busy. This summer's been busier than my normal summers. Okay. I really got that guy wet. Okay, stick him over there. So I have to remember that the whole year's not going to be this busy. I mean, those could be famous last words, but one of the things that I'm overwhelmed with that I need to get done is I need to do, and I think I actually am going to have to just take time off to do it. Time off from life. I'm going to take time off to do it. My craft room is a huge mess. Whoops. Everything is everywhere. I have piles, like, and it's still kind of like an organized mess, but it's not organized in the way that I feel like I can just go get stuff and work on stuff and put stuff back. I don't feel that way. I feel like everything's piling up. I feel like that. I think I said it before. Can't remember what that thing was. What was that book? It was something. The girl's name was like 4 names. Something, whatever. Wouldn't take the garbage out. Margaret Stout wouldn't take the garbage out. I don't remember. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look this up. 1 second. All right, I had to go find it. It's in the book by Michelle Silverstein, and it's Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. Have you guys heard that? It's so crazy. Anyways, so not that I have garbage, my friends. It is not garbage. It is all good stuff and treasures. But I feel like with the cleaning, like I feel like that poem just has to be changed a little bit to fit me for like cleaning things out, cleaning things up, putting things away, and then moving through things. So I don't know. I just have to, I think I'm going to have to just take time off. But here's the thing. If I take time off, what am I going to do? Am I going to get it done, or am I going to procrastinate and just, you know, watch a binge a TV series or something? I don't know, or YouTube videos. That seems to be what I do. All right, let's see. So get that one. So it's cool though, huh? I like it. I like the envelopes. I think they're fun like this. And then, you know, I'm not going to worry, since it's not going to go like in a junk journal or anything. It's just going to go to the kids for their treats. I'm not going to worry about trying to get inside there. I'm going to leave that line like that. Now, when I put this on the other side of that, I can still have some on that side, but then when they turn it over, and then I have that. Yeah, maybe I will just do that. What do you think? I could put the candy like in a little pouch and then use these little things for the pouch to pull their candy out. That might work. All right. You guys think about that? Let me know what you come up with. I think I'm going to just keep working on these envelopes for now, because look I have a stack I have to do. And I also have, what else did I need to work on? I don't know. I think that's it. This is wet, and these are wet, and I have a stack over here. So I'm trying to do this. So one of the little kids that are getting these is here, and she is down here in the craft room. I'm like, stay away from my desk. I have so much stuff cluttered, literally like piled high, that she can come down here. She can walk through, and she can go sit at her station, and she would never even know what I'm working on, because that's how bad it is in here. Seriously. Well, anyhow, when Sandra and Emily came, she's an artist, and she came in here. She did not know this, but she's a junk journaler. She makes junk journals. Oh my gosh, like, she's 17. Isn't that so cool? Anyways, she's when she's walking around, well, she sees it because she's an artist, right? So she's like, oh my gosh. She goes, it's so organized in here. And I about fell down when she said that. I was like, what? It's not, but thank you. But I thought that takes a true, like, somebody who plays with the arts and the crafts and the mixed media and all the different things to recognize that. To be like, say, oh, okay, yeah, you have a lot of stuff, and yeah, you have a lot of projects everywhere. But like, she was scanning the room. Like, you could see her. She's just looking at everything, taking it in, walking around. She was just like, oh my gosh, I love this. So it felt good to hear that. You know what I mean? So I think I'll just lay these down. I'm just going to give them all a little this. I'm going to do all the colors that I pulled out. Because one thing about Halloween, you can never have too many colors, can you? No. Oh, too much of gold. Waste my precious gold. Not that I'm wasting it, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. Now, those, if I lay this on top of this, will that help transfer some of that color? Barehanded? No. Maybe if I do it like this. I'm trying to like not waste my paints and my colors. Okay, that's a good idea. That was definitely a good idea. Didn't I do, oh yeah, there's the second. I'm like, didn't I do 2 of these? I did. Okay, I should have done the back side though. Silly. Silly, silly Sandra. Okay, that's good. And then I'll worry about these sides later, and I'll just use them. I think I'll use the back sides maybe to pull that color since I already started that. And then we'll do another couple and just move along. Just keep moving along. Anyhow, do you make Valentine's? Do you make? I always call these Valentine's. Do you make Halloween stuff for your any special kids in your life, or your trick-or-treaters? When I lived in town, there's no way I could do special things. I mean, I did kind of special, but not like this. When I lived in town, I don't even know what colors I used and didn't use. I don't think it matters. But when I lived in town, oh, come on. Is it because I'm not cleaning them off? Why do these spritzer things do this? Not the spritzer things. These little things. Why do they do this? Okay, I can't. My hand's not going to be happy. I can't do that for very long. I'm going to win this. Last time I was doing stuff like this and opening up things, though, I had major accidents. I ended up with some really beautiful papers, though, because I can't see. Whoa. I can't keep squirting them that close. Whoops. I ended up really beautiful papers because I spilled so much ink that I was just grabbing everything I could and sopping it all up with. Oh, you know what? I have a lot of that still. Maybe that would be pretty to use. All right. I'm going to add some water and see if that helps to move some of this stuff around. Let's try. Let's try it. I'm going to stick with the back sides for now. And, oh my gosh, that's going to be so cool when it dries, isn't it? Okay. Liking that. Oh, and I did the same thing there. Okay. I'm going to be an inky mess no matter what. Okay, I do like that. I think this is going to be one of those things where I'm just going to be learning as I'm doing it. And then maybe I will do some of this. What if I wet it first? Would it be different? Oh, I'll tell you what, there's like ink going everywhere. If these are going to be covered up, I don't know how much I want to waste doing that, though. All right. All right, I think I'm just going to do that and just keep throwing them in a pile, and then I will assess later after they're dry. Yeah, just move through this. So my plan is to get these done, get the Halloween things done and ready for when I do buy the candy and can put them in there. I have to mail this stuff out, so, because I don't feel like I can, I think the mail system is just kind of crazy lately. I want to mail them out before Halloween, obviously, like a week or so. Because these go different states also. And, ooh, geez. I don't want to waste my ink. And so, I'm going to try and rinse this cap out later and see if that works. And then get things cleaned up. I really want to get back to those Time Life books that are still over there. I haven't touched them, so I need to get back to that and get that kind of rolling. And then I want to work on some, I'm going to have to really work on Christmas, really, to be perfectly honest. I need to get stuff like that done for the kids because that's the next holiday. And then I need to work on birthdays because I like to have birthdays done by at least by the end of December, because I have birthdays starting right away in January for the next year. So, and I have a ton of them. And I don't want to put them to the wayside, you know, that fills my heart to do all that stuff. So, I just don't know. Some of these might be different. I'm thinking on this side. So this is the side that I'm putting this on, right? So, like, it can be kind of grungy. I just don't think it needs to be that grungy. Let me see something here. Here's one that, see, like, that's all wasted because it's going to be covered up if I attach this. And I have to think that I'm going to be attaching these. I really think that's what's going to happen. So, I don't really want to do that much. When you turn it over, I want some on there, but not a lot. How do you do that? Because it's a squirting thing. Move this over here. I'm going back and forth. I'm going to try something really quick. I think I'm going to try, there's also, I have Distress Oxide sprays. Let's do that. This one is Vintage Photo. Okay. Thank you so much, Denise. Oh my gosh, I love these. I'm kind of hoardy with them because I'm like, I wanted them so I can use them and play with them, and I have them. I need to just keep using them. I use them a little bit here and there, but, you know, one day I'm going to run out. But I suppose, I mean, I don't even know if you can buy these like singly or if they come in like 4 packs or 6. I think they come in like 4 packs and 6 packs or 3 packs. Maybe that's how I should use them. So that way when I run out, I'm only buying like 1 pack at a time. That might be more. Let's see. Kind of like, what's this one? This one. See, I just don't want to waste all that ink. But if I can share it, whoops, that, like that. And you know what I should do, maybe, is do this on that jelly plate instead of just right onto here. Maybe we'll try that really quick and see. It doesn't matter that they're going to be a little bit different because they go to different houses. Like 4 to this house, 2 to that house, 6 to that house, they're all different. So, let's try that. Let's see. How about, has anybody done this? I'm sure they have. Let's do Distress Oxide. And then let's also do, and they're both walnut stain. Let's do, well, let's change it up. Let's do the Fossilized Amber Spritz. And then we'll do some water, just like I was doing on the other ones. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. And then I can just get them, whoops, grungy up. Don't put it on the paper. Stick it on that. And then this one's done. That one's done pretty much. This one could use a little bit extra. Yeah, this is going to be way better like this. Stick it like that. Let's put some more water on there. We'll get the ends. So on this side, I pretty much just want the ends, but I can use, I was thinking about going in with the stencil. Oh, that one has nothing on that side, which this is the side that is the back side. That's the side that, this is not the side that needs it, but this other side is. Okay, let's try it again. Let's do some of that one. Let's do some, we'll just put everybody, oh, you don't work, I forgot. I'll put you on there, you on there. Just mix it up and make mud. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys probably already do. You're like, oh. But it is Halloween and grungy, so I'm good. Oh, yeah, that's definitely muddy. Looks like swamp. Okay. Let's see. But I like that. Let me see, is that one done? Oh, I can get some more here. Okay, I like it. Okay, I love this, but I don't think I can always go back on top of these and put that on there, I feel like. So I think I'm just going to keep moving forward with the messy thing here that I'm doing, but maybe not all the colors at one time. And then that way I can just go around the edges on this side here like that, because that's all I need. I'm putting it on that side, yeah, so I just need the edges. Like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Do that. Somebody probably was already thinking like, Sandra. But did you know that I would end up figuring it out? Did you have faith in me, or were you just not sure? Okay. I like that. So now, when I take that, I don't even know what I did. Lost all my stuff. So, see, you never know. And then I'm not using all my ink up on places it doesn't need to be. And I'm still getting the glitz and the glam of the messy Halloween stuff. And this side will get a start. Usually I put these like in piles of 10s, so I know where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gosh, I feel like I did so much more than just 13. There's 3. All right, let's go for another round. Let's try, I don't know, let's try some of the weathered wood. It's got that gray and blue kind of on there. I like that. And then let's do some of the fossilized amber. And let's do a little bit of this distress oxide on there. Whoops. Oh, got my paper. It's okay. The paper could be used, the background paper, on something else at another time. Get some water on there. And then I'm going to do just around the edges really quick, like that. Oh, I guess not. I'm going to do the whole thing. But this side, I want the back. Like that. Ooh, that's cool. I do like that. So. Just do some transferring here. Kind of learning as I'm going. All right. So, let's see. That's super messy. Okay, let me get this all up here. So I'm trying to think of a way to get my craft room clean and where I work in all the time when I'm doing work, when I'm actually crafting and creating things. I want it more organized and clean. I want to get all the stuff that's for sale out of here, and I want to get all the stuff that's for sale out. All the stuff that's not for sale in the sales room out of there. Not to say that some of that stuff won't be for sale, but I have a couple of racks in there that I'm keeping. It's my stuff. I'm not ready to say goodbye to it yet, or I really need to dissect it to see what parts I want to keep out of it before I put it in the sell thing. And it's taken up precious space that I need in there. What am I doing, my friends, wrong that I can't get these things to squirt? Is there a trick? Because now this distress oxide doesn't want to work. Come on. I ain't got time for this. Okay. Anyhow, I need to get the craft room clean, but I just cannot do that right now during the summer with everybody here. The days are filled from the time I wake up to the time I finally sit down and go to sleep, or sit down on the sofa. I sit down for a minute, and I'm still doing stuff even when I'm sitting down. And then I fall asleep on the sofa. I wake up, I go to bed, and then I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I do it all again. And I've been doing this nonstop since the end of June. Ooh, I guess I just needed to take off that little tight thing. No. But I just can't do it with everybody here. It's too much extra. And the weather's nice. You know, you have summer weather for just a short amount of time. I got to go out, and I really want this one to work. So there's lake days, outside water slide, and I don't work. I stay outside when the kids are outside on the water slide, or at least the young ones, because, you know, there's an element of danger, you know. And even though something can still happen with me out there, I have a quicker response time if I'm out there and I'm around it, you know what I mean? So that's that. That is that. Okay. I'm going to lay the front down and put that like that. All right, I think I'm just going to keep messing with these. I'll have you on here for 5 hours if I try to keep you while I'm doing it. I was going to talk about the ATC, and all I said was that people are joining. So if you're still here, I'm going to I'm going to post something on our community page to, it's going to just say ATC in the name, pardon me, and information for the next one, which is fall. And that way everybody has that. I know, when I'm looking myself for things, I know there's a playlist, I know there's things, but you know, it's not always as easy as somebody might think to find stuff. And I don't always realize that until I have to go look for something. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this has to be easier. You got to make this easier, girl. So, I want to do that. But I am excited, friends. We have some new friends joining in. And that's really exciting. It's exciting to see. It's just so great to see all the different artwork. So, and to share that. Come on, please. It wants to drip out of there, but it doesn't want to squirt out. So if I get some squirts, and then I can drip it. And then. It's definitely a little bit different than just squirting it like right onto the thing, you know. Whoa, geez Louise, have a little ink there. All right. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some stuff in the community. I'm gonna put a community post that's just about the ATC, and then what I need to do is link the playlist to that, so it's easy to find and click into that. Because even the playlist, like I was like, oh my God, I do have a playlist, but you know what? Guess what? I have a whole bunch of lists. I have a whole bunch of playlists. So you got to sift through those. And then depending on how they're labeled, like everybody does it different because there's no one way to do everything. There's just a place to do that. So I'm seeing that. I just want my friends to know I am seeing that. So I'm going to try and get that fixed and figured out a little bit. So it's just a little bit more easier to navigate, I guess, or to find things. And I will get that done. And all the information for the ATC exchange will be on that community post, the one that's coming up for sure, the dates, what needs to happen, how big the ATC, because there's a size that has to happen. We're doing it within a certain size. Not to say that everybody's ATC has stayed within those realms. Sometimes we get a little more creative, where we have like a spark of something that's happening. We're like, nope, has to happen. It's fine, but there is I guess there's like guidelines for, you know, to follow, which is, for me, I need guidelines so I know what's happening for my own self. Let me see. Getting little sweater fuzzies on there. I'm not really liking that. Use my baby wipe to get that off. Okay. All right. I think this is all I'm going to do for right now, my friends. Tell me what you think. I said so many different things. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I just know that I think that these need a backing, though, also. I think they need something to stand out. I was going to use a scrapbooking paper. I have this. And I was going to put these on there. But I have to be honest, like, I'm creating more and more steps and more work. So do they think the kids would really care? Or I'm wondering, maybe I just take, just rip magazine or black and white image. Just rip some out of my... I have a whole bunch, and just put it on there. Book. I was gonna do book page, but it's more creamy. I'm thinking it needs that black and white to kind of pop that. So we'll see. Who knows? I'll come back with more of this, and who knows where I will be, because I sure as heck don't. But I am moving forward. That's a good thing. So thanks for hanging out with me. I know I was just chatting along the way. Not really. I didn't think I really got much done. But I do appreciate you hanging out with me, and I do appreciate all the comments and letting me know what your thoughts are. And even if you have some suggestions, whether I'm able to use them or not, maybe I can incorporate it some other way, depending on how I work, how my hands work and everything, my mind. It's all appreciated, my friends. And yeah, I guess I will just see you on the next video. I hope you enjoy all your moments. And that's it. Have a great day. Bye.